What's up, guys? A little change of pace today. I'm here at a tiny little creek. I've gone on a little solo mission up into the woods trying to find some wild rainbow trout, and that's exactly what we're going to fish for today. I think there might be a few in here. I was just kind of scoping around. I did see a few little small ones swimming around. So I mean, you can see the creek behind me. It's no more than like 6 feet wide, even at the widest point. So there's not gonna be any giant trout in here. If you've watched my channel, I've caught some really big ones, you know, like stock trout in lakes. But that's not where, this is like a totally different style of fishing. You know, we're not gonna fit any 6-pounders in here, but what we are gonna find are wild rainbows, and what they're gonna have that those stocker fish don't have. They're gonna have really nice colors, perfect fins. They're just gonna be really, really picturesque type rainbow trout. So that's what we're looking for today. One thing to keep in mind, you know, you should always keep in mind when you're fishing, you should always know the regulations of where you're fishing, what you're fishing for, etc. But especially with like rivers and streams, especially in California, I think probably the same in other states as well, is there are a ton of different regulations. Even the same river, depending on which stretch of the river you're fishing, could be different regulations. So this particular stretch that I'm fishing today is artificial, barbless hook only. And you could keep fish, but I'm not going to keep any today. It's all catch and release today. So what I'm going to be fishing is a little fly. You could probably barely even see that. It's the smallest one I could find in my little pathetic fly collection. I'm definitely not a fly angler, and because of that, I'm going to be using a regular spinning setup, but hopefully kind of fish it like a fly rod. I mean, I don't have any weight in here 4-pound test leader. Going super light, super finesse with the smallest little fly I could find. I don't even know what kind of, I mean, I'm sure it has a name, but I don't know what it is. So anyways, enough talking. Let's throw this thing in here and see if we can find any trout. Oh, I already spooked a few of them. Just try and stay low. Just flick it out there. Oh, they're biting it. Oh, I had one. I had a bite. Oh, got one. Got one. Wow, that's a really small one, but that is a first fish. And honestly, I don't think that's a trout even. I think it's a little, I don't know what that is. Creek chub maybe? I'm not sure. But there's our first fish. Yeah, you guys can let me know in the comments section what kind of fish that is, because I have absolutely no idea. But we'll just get him unhooked really quick. Get him back. Because there's some bigger ones in there that I've seen kind of following the little ones in. If I can get one of the bigger ones to commit to this fly, I think those are trout. There's another one. I think that might be another one of the same thing. All right, we'll get him back. I need one of those. There's bigger fish in here. I can see them kind of schooling up with the whatever these fish are, creek chub. I'm just gonna call them creek chub for now. Ooh, there's one, a little bit bigger one. Maybe this is? Yes, it is. We got one. All right, let me get my big camera. All right, guys, so it turns out the majority of the fish in here, those little creek chub looking things, I don't know if that's their exact name, but that's what I'm gonna call them for now. But mixed in, I know these aren't huge, but this is a little wild rainbow trout. You can see it's got the full colors. It's got those spots down the side. That's how you know it's a juvenile little rainbow trout. And these fish aren't native here, but they are wild. It's even got that full tail, something you never see on the stock trout. Getting nice and healthy. There he goes. Alright, let's see if we can get another one. I do see a few more in here. Pretty sure those are trout. Let's see if I can finesse another one up here. So all I'm doing is basically just working this as if it was a fly rod, even though it's just a regular spinning setup. Just kind of not using the reel at all, just kind of holding the line. Because we're using no weight here, you can't really cast it like a normal conventional spinning setup. Just kind of letting the fly drift down with the current. And then once it's out of the strike zone, bringing it back, giving it another cast. And all those creek chub, or whatever they're called, just gonna stick with it, creek chub. All those creek chub in here, all in this little hole as well, but mixed in with them are a few rainbow trout, like that one we just caught. There we go. There we go. I think that's one. Yes, that is one. Oh no. No, no. Oh, almost got away. Barbless hook. All right, guys. Got another one. I think I got this thing down now. All of the trout are in one little area, and then all the creek chubs are up in another area. That's a little bit bigger than the last one. What about, I mean, these aren't giants. Like I said, we're not gonna be catching a big 5-pounder in this little creek, but these are some good looking trout. If I wanted to make a painting of a trout, I'd do it of one of these for sure. Literally textbook rainbow trout colors. But let's get this one back again. Like I said, these are pretty fragile fish, so I want to make sure he's healthy and good to go. All right, here we go. We're going for the release. Oh, wrong way, wrong way. That way. Alright, here it goes. There he goes. Well, all my fly fishing subscribers are probably going to be disgusted by this because I know... Oh, I had another one on the next cast. I was saying all my fly fishing subscribers are probably going to be disgusted by this display. Because I know fly fishing is like super like an art form almost. I'm probably not doing it justice with this spinning rod. But hey, it's what I got. It's what I can do. Maybe someday I'll try to do some actual fly fishing. There we go. Got another one. Fly fished him up. That little guy right there, right in the bottom of the mouth. Luckily with barbless hook, comes right out. Look at that little guy. You can't beat the colors on these fish. I know they're not huge, but literally sight fishing them out of like 2 feet of water right behind me. And pretty fun. Oh, this one. Oh, there he goes. I was gonna say that one had a little bit of a little cut out of his tail. Something must have grabbed him. But let's see if we can get one more. Got him. Oh yeah, this is a good one. Look at this one. Nice. Got him. Well, my GoPro just died, but look at this one. This, so there's not a landslide behind me, but look at this one. This is probably, I mean, to be honest, this is probably like the king of this little pool right here. It's not a giant, but it's the biggest one I've seen in here. And we got him to go for this little fly. I wish I knew the name of it. I'll show you guys at the end of the video, but look at that. Got the fly right in the corner. Right in the corner of his mouth right there. Pop that out. Barbless hook. This is why you use barbless hook if you're going to be catching and releasing, especially trout. Comes out super easy. Alright, that's the fish we're going to end on right there again. Super healthy. You can see it's got all that spots like all the other ones do. All small rainbow trout has that with the pristine tail right at the end there. Alright, let's get this one back. I'm going to try for an underwater release here. Just look at the colors on that fish. Alright guys, well that underwater release definitely spooked all the fish, but you know, that was the plan. I didn't want to catch any more anyways. But quick little video for you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I know it's a little different from the normal stuff that I usually post. I'd say like 90%, maybe a little more depending on the season, of my stuff is filmed in the saltwater. So we're going to be getting back to that next, but just to film something a little bit different today. Coming out to a little creek like this. And yeah, you'd be surprised what's in here. There's all kinds of different fish. Rainbow trout. Please let me know what that other fish is. I'm just calling it a creek chub. I don't know if that's the actual name for it. But those are all, there's hundreds of that one in here. And actually I found out that the creek chubs were all like downstream a little bit in a different little pocket. And then all the rainbow trout were upstream a little bit, like kind of right below these rapids. I don't know if that's the case, you know, everywhere you go, but definitely in this little pool, that was the trick. But anyways, fun little solo creek mission to mix it up a little bit, but we'll be back in the kayak in the next video. So until then, appreciate you guys' view. Thanks for sticking with it. Let me know what you thought. Let me know the name of that little creek chub that I'm calling it. And I appreciate you guys' view. Hope you guys are staying safe, and we'll see you next time.